I like the brown brown shot today. That's on a personal level.
Oh, good looking. Good looking. I got between us I got like 5 raw brown joints. That's crazy. Let me turn this off. I can't be interrupting that, and I finally got a chance to sit
Here
down.
we go.
The infamous
with the bullshit
Simply.
again.
And I just want to know, am I wrong for just acknowledging, you know what I mean, greatness, you know what I mean? Like, I'm honored. I can't be honored.
You do what you do.
I'm honored. I feel like a celebrity.
You are a celebrity.
I'm gonna have some ice cream after this. You ready? I got some what's that, Rocky Road or what do you call that? Chocolate chip cookies dough in the refrigerator,
okay.
and some berry strawberry. After you leave or whenever we done, we're gonna have some ice cream. We're gonna celebrate this.
Celebrate what? Okay, so.
Historic event.
What's up? You're here with SimplyStyles.com, and we are here with the one, the only Chadeo.
I'm in the building.
How you doing, Chadeo?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing real good.
I'm happy right now.
Why are you so happy?
Why not?
What do you mean, why not?
I'm alive. I'm healthy.
Okay.
You understand? And I'm doing what I love. So better than being angry.
So tell us where we at right now.
Well, you're in the dungeon, aka the Bronx Fitness Studio, aka Get It Right or You Will Lose 10 pounds.
Okay.
This is the workhorse right here. This is where I put together all the music.
Okay.
One of 3 studios. So, but this is the main workhorse right here. This is where the creativity happens. This is where I sleep, eat, and get my mail.
Okay. So this is just you live in your studio.
I have nowhere else to live.
I'm not mad at you. That's what you gotta do.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Alright, so Simply Styles, we're starting a new feature called Back to Basics.
Okay.
And basically we go back to the origins of hip hop. Not so much the origins of hip hop, but the origin of hip hop questions. You know, nowadays we ask so many questions like how big is your dick, and we shy away from the questions
right.
that really, represent what hip hop is all about.
No doubt.
So tell me how you started in hip hop. Where did you start? Where was your origin point?
I mean, honestly, like I've been around hip hop all my life through Forest Projects. So all the people from that whole area, the whole Boogie Down Bronx, Digging in the Crates crew, all of them know me from when I was running around, less on my good behavior, but my family's well known. So I was in a lot of the videos, like the Grandmaster Flash, the Furious Five, Personal Friends of the Film. So I was in a lot of videos and things of that nature when I was smaller. So I guess it started there, but I didn't really kind of pursue that. It just was kind of like, okay, this is fun. You know what I mean?
So, what made you, alright, so you had experience in the past because obviously your family, the past history you had.
Right.
But what made you really dig into it and really finding yourself, your hip hop point? Because everybody has a point where they're just like, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. Where was that point for you? Like, how old were you and what was going through your mind at that point?
Okay.
What was hot during that point?
Alright, I got you. It was a transition period. Actually, I was in high school. I went to Kennedy, and we had just won a championship or for football, and All About the Benjamins had just came out. So I remember the reaction. Everybody, this song would come on, and the whole school would erupt. Like, we in class, and everybody, it's all about the Benjamins. You know what I mean? And then I realized at that point how powerful it was. So at that point, I was curious. Let me see what it's about. Can I fit in? What would be my talent and things of that nature. Fast forward, I went to the Marines, did 5 years in there. While I was in the Marine Corps, I happened to find myself overseas in Japan. And this rapper that I admired was out there just destroying everybody. Kind of a cannabis style, but real talented. He could just look at you and freestyle everything. So he kind of put me on the spot one day, yo, you should write something. I'm like, nah, not me. And I'm nowhere near as talented as you. So I wrote something. The response that I got from it was enough to everybody started pushing me, yo, you need to do this, you got it. I'm like, I don't got it. I'm nowhere near as nice. You'd be like, nah, you refine it and you'll have it. So it started out there. I came back to California right before I got out, and we started doing shows. And Tijuana, Mexico, I had the club down there, Club Excess, and the response I was getting was just phenomenal. So I dug in from there and said, this is what I really want to do. This is what I really want to do. Yeah.
So, who are your greatest inspirations? Because everybody has them. Biggie, who inspires you?
I mean, inspiration from hip hop.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, like, I'm a big Puff fan, you know what I mean? Like, that's my dude, yeah. You see the poster, he's one of the biggest posters I got in Diddy. I just respect the whole swag, just his whole image, the brand. I respect what he did, you know, so I would say, as far as like my biggest inspiration, it would definitely be Puff.
So, would you sign with Bad Boy?
If the deal was right. If the deal was right. I'm not going to sit here and say I wouldn't sign with this person and I wouldn't sign with that person, because at the end of the day I'm trying to bring my product to the table. So, you know, it's negotiations. If the situation is right, then yes. But if the situation is not right, then no. Okay. You know what I mean?
So where do you see the future of your music? You know, everybody has a focal point where they want to go, you know, goals and whatnot. What is the goal in terms of your career?
I'm trying to build a brand. You understand? I'm trying to build a brand, something that I'm trying to, when I leave, I'm trying to have a legacy set forth so that, you know, other artists and maybe, you know, my kids when they grow up and, you know, just people in general can look back and say, oh, 10 minutes, you know, like that, like Motown, you know what I mean? Like I'm trying to make classic music that years on down the line, when I'm 60 and I'm 70, I can hear something come on and people still have the same reaction to the music like they did 50 years ago, kind of like Step in the Name of Love. Like some people so young, they don't even remember when that song was done, but it come on and sure enough, they get down, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to, that's what I want to do, and that's what I'm striving towards. I don't want to be a gimmick.
Okay. You know? So if you had advice to give, you said, you know, you want to help people come up and whatnot. So if you had advice to give somebody that was like on the up and coming, that wanted to be in your shoes, what advice would it be? What would you say?
Figure it out. Figure out what you want to do first. I think that's the main goal. Like, figure out what you want to do, and then figure out what you're good at. And maybe it's not the same exact thing. And that's where you have to find the balance. Because you might want to be a boss. Like everybody say, I'm a boss, I'm a boss, I'm a boss. But if you're not a good businessman and you don't even know, you've never been a boss any time in your life before that, then you can't be a boss. You understand what I'm saying? Like, figure out what you're good at. If you're an artist and you're a rapper, then be the best rapper you can be. And eventually doors will open up for you to be able to, you know, be the boss and things of that nature. But you got to figure out what you're good at first. You know, once you figure out what you're good at, don't let nothing stop you, man. Everything else is secondary to your dreams. So, and dream big, man. Like, all that, you know, I dream about this. Don't dream about nothing that you can just put your hand up and reach. You know, dream about something that seems unfeasible. Okay. So that way, you know.
So, all right. I find myself asking this question all the time, and I get a lot of mixed reviews. Name the 5 greatest rappers of all time.
Oh, don't get me started in this, man. You know, I really, you know, I give a different answer every time because it's all on how the question is asked. Like, the 5 greatest rappers, how do you define the 5 greatest rappers? Do you define them on just the impact they had on hip-hop alone? You understand what I'm saying? Do you define
lyrical
them on...
content.
See, that's a whole different category. Like, lyrical